My name is Tara Jones, and I am the founder and CEO of the Chester Cultural Arts and Technology Center, as well as the founder of Felicia Consulting. My first business I would like to discuss is the Cultural Arts and Technology Center. It is a nonprofit organization which helps the people of Chester and surrounding areas find a way through the arts and technology to eradicate poverty. So basically we provide classes that teach art, that teach dance, that teaches technology, so that our youth can learn those skills, but also so that our adult entrepreneurs can conduct their businesses and find businesses through those same opportunities. So we basically, want to make sure that we are an asset to the community through our nonprofit organization. It's the only one of its kind in the region, and we're so excited about continuing to service, especially throughout the pandemic. So again, the Cultural Arts and Technology Center is my nonprofit love. Now my Felicia Consulting, that's my for-profit business. And I love our motto there, where we are changing minds, bodies, and pocketbooks. So we focus on therapeutic opportunities, we focus on business opportunities, as well as your body. So if you are into meditation, if you're into working out, this part of our business is for you. And I started those businesses because they were all a part of something that I wanted to see in the community of Chester, Pennsylvania, my hometown. I believe that if we provide resources, if we provide things and people that is tangible, that can give folks a hand up rather than a hand out, I want to be a part of that mission. And I love what I do. I love the fact that I provide, again, education, I provide financial information, I provide all these avenues in which people can connect to other people and learn different things about themselves and to better their personal lives. My passion has been helping people kind of have a better life, a holistic life. So again, I came up with the motto, changing minds, bodies, and pocketbooks. So in the past, I was a part of a drill team, I was a part of dance, and I was like, what can I do to take this passion and make it into a business? So I started a program called Drill Fit Nation. And it is basically taking drill team and dance and working out and making it a thing. So that for me was very positive. Also a program like Families of Harambe, whereas I designed a program to help families communicate better. We designed it around the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. It's 7 weeks, and it is a phenomenal program that helps, again, families to just reconnect, get to know one another, and to tighten a bond that they may not have, but to also rekindle those conversations if they are already a close family. So I also designed a game called Change Please. It's a socio-economic game that gives all the participants a chance to kind of understand what it's like to have control of your life or have your life just control you. And it's fun, it's opportunity for people to learn, especially youth. They can better understand the responsibilities of adulthood. They can understand, the decisions that their parents make. And then, they learn as to how they can make better decisions financially. So these are the type of programs that I have designed through the TF Consulting business. And there are some other programs. And I would just say, go and visit my website so you can see all that we do there. And again, cultural arts and technology, I'm a dancer, I love to act, I love to sing, and I know that a lot of other people do that, but we never were taught how to make it into a business, and we're good at it, so why does it need to be a hobby when we actually can open our own schools that teach us dance, where we can open our own businesses that teach us technology. So that's where we come in. That's where we provide services for any person that wants to become an entrepreneur. We have partners that will help you become a nonprofit organization, to complete your LLC information. So we have all these different services here in the CAT Center, and that is the reason why I decided to not just be passionate about something, but actually do something, and hoping, that this work continues, because it's not just a one-time thing. We can change generational wealth through the information that we're sharing, and that's my hope. What challenges did I overcome at the beginning? I'm not sure challenges ever end. So when you look at the beginning of my journey, as far as knowing that I wanted to become an entrepreneur, I'd learned a long time ago that I could not work for anybody 9 to 5, because I needed to make my own decisions. I needed to wake up when I felt like it. But I didn't get really serious until a few years ago, and said, you know what? I'm going to not just be, a small LLC, but, one person LLC, but I'm just going to grow in every aspect of my life and stop playing with my gifts. So I think life in general was interesting for me, because, I got pregnant at 42, unexpectedly. What do? You just go with the flow of life, and then you become the best parent that you can possibly be, and then you become the entrepreneur that you can be. So there were a lot of challenges. And again, I don't always look at challenges as bad things. They help you grow. So I can't say that they ever stopped. Honestly, so there was not one thing at the beginning that was a particular challenge that I can recall at this time. But life, you'd have to be ready to make lemonade. How did I gain funding to start my business? Well, for the CAT Center, that was very strategic, but faith played a lot into it, because when I walked into the current building where we are, I was going to start a dance studio. But when I walked through the warehouse, I was like, oh, okay, the creator is speaking something much larger to me. So then I thought of the CAT Center, and I pulled my friends and said to them, they were artists, they were, entrepreneurs, they were people that I knew I could count on to help build the nonprofit organization. I had the organization already, it was small, but my contracts and my ability to hire artists and maintain the financial flow within the center is what helped us to get to where we are. For instance, when we walked in the building, the owner said, look, I'll build it the way you want it, but you're going to have to paint it. You're going to have to design it. You're going to have to, fill in the furniture. I said, cool, just design it the way I need to, and I'll go from there. So luckily, the artists that I know put murals on the wall. Anybody that I talked to that could help get our laptops at a decent rate or donated. And then we just kind of grew from there. It was just by faith. It's very difficult. I have to be honest and say it's very difficult. And I would have answered this differently had I not had to take care of my mother at this age also. She's my number one. I'm her only child. So when her ailments come, I'm there. And that has taken a toll on being able to be a mother, still being a daughter, a wife, and have several businesses, and a mentor, to those others that were depending on me. It has been difficult. But I meditate, I slow down, and I get myself together. Or if I get low and, start talking, the Creator has just blessed me with people that helps to keep me going. And when I'm low and I can't, I have people that are helping hold my hand. Because, you always ask, who takes care of the person that takes care of everybody else? I'm her. That will take care of everybody. So it's good that I am surrounded by folks that are now seeing when things get difficult for me, they look out for me. So that's a great thing. I don't do anything by myself. There are so many places where I draw my inspiration from. I draw my inspiration from the projects in which I was raised in the fairgrounds. And I was always told that I was going to be something. I didn't know what I was going to be, but they ensured that I was going to be something. And I just keep that. I want to make sure that all those ancestors that told me I could be something, that I fulfill that. I draw it from, my grandmother, who would do anything she possibly could to make sure that I was okay, and my older aunts. I draw it from my child, who, again, I did not know would be here. So I do everything I can to make sure she has a different childhood than I did. Because, again, my people around my neighborhood was awesome, but in my household, if you were to read my book, you would understand what was going on in my household. So if I had relied on only things in my household, I might not have the same aspiration, but I thank those people that were around me that kept me going, because that, for me, made the difference in my life, I believe. How do I deal with the F word, failure? I don't. It doesn't exist. I can't afford to use the word failure. Failure doesn't exist in my vocabulary. So if something doesn't work out, then what did I learn from it? How can I do something better? But I don't believe in failure. And some people say, fail forward. That's fine too. But I just learn. You have some things that work out, and that's great. You keep going from there. You have some things that don't work out. Great. Keep going. So for me, failure doesn't exist. I can't afford to have it exist in my life. What are some of the advice I would give my younger self? I would say, Tara, regardless of how bad things may seem now, you're going to be able to learn from these experiences and be a great mother, entrepreneur, and daughter, and wife, and it will all be for naught. You'll be okay. Every day that I get up and I keep going, and I can smile and find gratitude in the fact that I'm alive and given another chance to continue doing what I'm doing, that to me is success. You don't give up. There's no dollar amount, for me that would define success for me. It's a way of living. It's an attitude. It's the ability to love, the ability to take care of people. It's the ability to not have to struggle to live every day. So, for me, that is success. If you're doing what you are passionate about, if you're doing what makes you happy, that to me is success. Some of the other talents that I possess. Well, I know I mentioned that I sing, dance, act. Not everybody knows these things. They kind of know that I used to teach drill team and dance, but they did not know that I love to act. I love to do poetry. I love to run when I can. But I think one of the things that I would have loved to do was just have an appearance on Broadway. So I would love to act again if I could. Like, that would be a passion that would come true in dream form if I was to be able to somehow get on the stage. I guess a hurdle for me is the pressure I put on myself to better my hometown. It has been so hard and frustrating at times, but when I see entrepreneurs doing their thing, it brings such warmth to my heart. So, one of the hurdles that I see is just knowing that they have not been giving full access and opportunity to certain things to make them great. So, you know, a hurdle for me just is my own mindset, just my own wanting to do better and to give them the opportunity so that we are all not struggling, you know. So yeah, that to me is just my mindset at times, trying to help those that I know can be great. What's coming up for me is my show, Terra Rising, where we are changing minds, bodies, and pocketbooks. We're inviting special guests to come and share their expertise with us in those areas. And it is, you know, something that is going to be great for all those who tune in. So I'm super, super excited about that. I've always wanted to be a host of a show, so now this is one of my dreams that are coming to fruition, and the team that has been put together is making this happen. So again, just super excited about the opportunity to have the show. And I'm also working on some things with the world of Intisar. So soon you won't just see Tara Felicia, but you will also see my little one get out here and do her thing. You can learn more about Tara Felicia and all her works at TaraFeliciaConsulting.com, and you can find us on all other media handles at Tara Felicia Consulting. You can also look up ChesterCatCenter.org to find out more about what we're doing here at the Cultural Arts and Technology Center. And we're on all the social media handles as well, ChesterCatCenter.org. My favorite quote is, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. And if you look anywhere on our materials, it's there because it's something that I absolutely live by. And if you look at all the works that we're doing, I don't do much by myself. I would like to advise folks. One, if you feel like you're alone and that is your excuse for not doing something, I hope to give you that opportunity to not have that excuse anymore. I hope that if not myself, but any of our partners, our friends, anybody connected to us can give you advice, can give you, you know, just a 5-minute piece of conversation that can bring you out of that I don't have anybody, I don't have anything mentality. I would hope that you would give us the opportunity to do that, because it is our hope for no one to feel like you're by yourself. You are not alone in the struggle. You are not alone in your thought processes. We have all been there. So I extend the olive branch to anybody that would love to come out of their sphere of I am by myself, because you are not alone.